Well, hello and welcome, rookie card collecting friends. Today we're going to be talking about U.S. presidents, another Panini blunder, and yes, you're hearing me correctly, the rookie card of a pickleball goat. That and much, much more on today's episode of Weekly Rookie Card Report. You ready? Then let's do this. All right, guys, here we go as we kick off this week's episode of Weekly Rookie Card Report. I'm going to start with this. This is an older post, but I want to follow up. I did a little bit of research, and so I want to follow up with this one. I may need to beep some harsh language out of this one, but this is an example of just absolute rookie card shenanigans, if I must say so myself. So hold on one second. Let's play it.
George Bush rookie card! Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Mr. September himself! George Bush rookie card! Oh
All right. Pretty wild, isn't it? Love the suit, the statue here of toy models of the Twin Towers. It could be a little edgy here, but really selling this rookie card of so-called George Bush. Let's take a look at what he's trying to show us here, shall we? All right, so this is the card that he was so charismatically advertising in the video. And it is a 2001 Topps Enduring Freedom exclusive set to the Twin Tower attacks that we had back in 2001. Kind of edgy as we've approached an anniversary for this here in the last couple of weeks. So I don't know how sensitive this thing is to some folks if they find that kind of behavior offensive. But that's not the angle I want to take here. I'm looking at what he advertised as the rookie card of George Bush. Now, if you can see here, this 2001 Topps Enduring Freedom set is a 90 card set. 90 cards, and all 90 cards are, it's an exclusive set commemorating that event. And so the thing about what he was saying is that there's a total, out of these 90 cards, there's a total of 11 cards of George W. Bush in the set. But he says particularly that this one here is the rookie card, but I don't see how. Number one, it's an exclusive set. So there's a mark in my opinion. The another one is that this is, there's 5 other cards in the set before this one. This was card number 39, but he's featured in 5 other cards before this one. So this card 39 kind of sits right in the middle of the pack of the 11 cards, but I know in their minds, it's probably all 11 are rookie cards. And so that's the kind of muddying of the waters that we have per se, and that I don't really agree with. And I know a lot of people think that there's just too much minutia, that there's just too many rules. It's not. It's actually very simple if we take the time to learn it. I just found the advertisement of this video quite entertaining, just the hyperbolic reaction of it all. And I wanted to fact check if this is truly George W.'s rookie card. Again, exclusive set, 11 cards in the set. There's 5 other cards prior to this one here, but we also have, there's also a 2001 Grolier a card of his. I was going to show it, but I forgot to set it up. But it basically shows him getting sworn in. So with that card, is that the first? If we're going to look at the first of the first, right? Concept. And then there's another 2001 Fleer that he has in there as well. It's kind of hard. This trying to get rookie cards of these types of people is really difficult. They're not athletes, right? So, but that's like a non-sport thing, and that's another genre of the rookie card that I plan on attacking in the near future. But for now, one step at a time as we move along here with this one. It's another Panini plunder, my friends. As you can see here in this post, it really portrays it nicely. It's the Downtown out of 2025 Donruss football that released this week. I really enjoy the Donruss product because to me, it's the flagship product for football. Yes, Score is released prior to, and Score is the longest standing brand. However, Score features athletes in college uniforms. And I don't agree with that concept. And a lot of times they have to add a third license because they have to be licensed by the collegiate. But a lot of times I don't view those, and they haven't even played in an NFL game, but they're getting the images from their college games. And I don't really view those. Donruss now is the first product that features the athlete in their pro uniform. And it's one of the longest standing products of the sport. That's just how come it's coming out week 3 of the NFL season. It portrays the players in their pro uniforms. And for these reasons, I consider Donruss the flagship product. And I even did an episode on this over a year or so ago, where the brand manager for Panini himself said that Donruss is the flagship product for football. And for those reasons, here, another gripe that I have with this year's product is that it come out at $435 per box, hobby box, with Panini. Panini has sold out, and the price to me is outrageous. And in the secondary market, they're selling between $450 and $550. So those prices are really, really high when you think of the number of rookie cards that are in this product. I love it because it's got that rated rookie logo, right? It's pro uniform. So it rings all the bells. But then you also have a 100 card checklist of rookies. So there's a ton of rookies in this product. And if you're only chasing a specific one or two, it makes it extremely difficult and extremely expensive. This is how come my strategy now shifts to buying singles. So, if you believe in a guy who might not be in the limelight, this is a perfect product to go shopping in the secondary market. You can probably go to dollar boxes or $2 boxes at shows and pluck out slews of these rookies. But going back to this downtown here, the downtown of Calvin Johnson, and I put this under the segment of collector's eye, because collectors, I'm telling you, there is no better people to catch these kinds of things than the hobby itself. Here we have the image that was recycled from the Leaf Rookie and Stars brand. And you see it's Brandon Pettigrew. And you do a side-by-side comparison. The images are identical, and they tried to pawn off this card of Pettigrew as Calvin Johnson. But the collector's eye spotted the flaw and posted it to social media, and it's gotten quite a bit of attention this week. So bottom line is, Panini, you got to do better, man. And I don't know what's going to happen with this transition as we enter the football season. To me, there's a lot of legalities. There's a lot of things that are kind of like edgy. As Topps, it was portrayed that they're going to start releasing football product early, and then they kind of things shifted, and now it's kind of like, no, they're not going to release football at all. And I believe it's because of the legal battle that's going on between Fanatics and Panini. I think perhaps they were ready to pull the trigger, and legal advice was like, no, I would not start releasing football yet because we're going to get in trouble. So they backpedaled. And so it's going to be very interesting because, yes, Panini still has a license, but then at the same time, they have a good practice of releasing product very, very late, even into the next year. So is Panini going to be allowed to release the remaining SKUs that they have at the printing presses? Time will tell. It's going to be a pretty interesting football season, and I'm looking forward to see how it all plays out. The license expires in April, but again, that's when Panini really starts releasing some football products, as they've been late these last few years. They've been late at releasing product even into the next year, as I just said. But we'll see what happens. Moving on. We'll put this one under the segment of a rookie card buzz. This is an interesting post that I found on X. And it is a collector group called Pickle Vault is actively pumping Ben John's Leaf Pickleball rookie card, calling him the future GOAT of the fastest growing sport in America, end quote. In August, this card was selling for $20, and the most recent comp is $220. This group have bought up 950 cards. That's 25% of the total print run of 3,935, and they're trying to own the entire supply. They believe this could be a $25,000 card someday. Wow. Did not even know that they made cards for pickleball. Very, very interesting. But I guess this guy has been deemed as the GOAT, Ben John. Interesting. Not in case you didn't know, now you know. Time for our hobby word of the week. And unfortunately, I could not find an accurate description in a dictionary or Urban Dictionary. So I ended up going to ChatGPT, and I prompted ChatGPT this question. In sports cards, what does it mean to be in a bubble? I'm going to read it to you very quickly. I'm not going to read every single word, but I'm going to get, because I think there's a good lesson here for all of us. But at the same time, I tried to make the font bigger. This is as big as it'll go. So let's go right through this real quickly, because this is a really fun word of the week, because you hear the word bubble in every other video, in every other conversation when it comes to the sports card hobby. In sports cards, when people say the market is in a bubble, they're using an economics term. It means that card prices have risen quickly to levels that don't seem sustainable because the growth is being driven more by hype, speculation, and short-term demand rather than long-term fundamentals like true collector interest, rarity, or historical significance. Now next, here it gives us 5 key traits of a sports card bubble. This is how you can tell if you're in a bubble. The first one, speculative buying. Lots of people are buying cards not because they want them for their collection, but because they believe they can flip them for a quick profit. Also, overinflated prices is another trait. Cards are selling for prices far above their historical norms or intrinsic collector value. That sounds familiar. The third trait of a sports card bubble is FOMO, fear of missing out. Collectors and investors rush to buy in because they see others making money, which further drives up prices. I wonder if that's happening. The fourth trait of a sports card bubble, overproduction or overgrading. A flood of cards being printed or cards being mass submitted to grading companies can feed the bubble. And a fifth trait of a sports card bubble is correction or crash risk. Eventually, demand slows, hype fades, or people realize the prices aren't justified. When that happens, prices pop, sometimes dropping sharply. And then it goes on to say, would you like me to also compare what's considered a healthy market rise versus a bubble? And now we're talking. This is what I found the most interesting of everything here. But it says, I obviously prompted yes. And here we have a healthy market. So there's 5 things, 5 traits, healthy traits of a sports card market. It is driven by demand from, get this, from collectors. Let me repeat that. A healthy trait of a healthy sports card market is, number 1, driven by demand from collectors. More people genuinely want the cards for their collections. Steady growth is another one. Prices rise gradually over months or years, not overnight. There is also a third trait, limited supply. True scarcity supports higher prices. The fourth trait of a strong, healthy sports card market is strong fundamentals. Players are historically significant, Hall of Fame caliber, or part of sets with hobby importance. And the fifth trait of a healthy sports card market is resilience. If prices dip, they usually stabilize at a higher baseline than before because collector demand is still there. And then it just summarizes and gives us the takeaways here, like a rule of thumb type of concept. But it's basically, to make a complicated thing very simple, it says, if prices are rising because more collectors want iconic cards and there aren't enough to go around, it's usually healthy growth. If prices are rising because people are chasing the next flip and everyone is trying to sell to the next buyer, it's a bubble. And this is really heart of what I think is truly what's happening. And a lot of people, they don't understand why the Ken Griffey Jr. 89 Upper Deck is in a PSA 10 is going for $4,000. And a lot of people gripe and they just think that that's just outrageous. But it basically boils down to enough people are wanting that card. Enough people view that card as an iconic card. And it doesn't matter if there's 4,500 10s. It doesn't matter if there's 10,000 10s. It doesn't matter even if there's 20,000 10s. Because if you have 20 million people in the market for one, then supply doesn't meet demand. Moving on, I'm going to move on to rookie card market report. But first, I want to share this very interesting, and it really doesn't have much to do with rookie cards, but it has everything to do with rookie cards. We have top 5 highest grossing platforms for cards and sealed wax in August. This is only for the month of August. eBay sold $301 million worth of sports cards. And then it gives us the 4 major auction houses in the hobby today: Fanatics, Heritage, Golden, and REA. You add up a total of what they made in August, it's not even $100 million. It's $98.2 million is what all 4 of those auction houses made combined. for the month of August. That is not even a third of what eBay sold for the month of August. My point, eBay platform, sports cards, is still the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Moving on. We're going to get into Rookie Card Market Pulse, one of my favorite segments of this weekly Rookie Card Report, proudly sponsored by Card Ladder. I'm going to start with November 14th, and we're only going to look at a few of these, and we're going to make it quick. But there are some interesting things going on. I wanted to bring attention to this one, and that is the 2020 National Treasures Anthony Edwards True Base Rookie Card RPA of this young man. Well, a couple of things that struck me here, and that is that, you know, it's sold for $36,000 for a PSA 8. I found that pretty amazing. The autograph is a 10. Now, the thing with Edwards autographs, and I guess this is not part of the authentication or grading process of the autograph, but Anthony Edwards signed a large portion of his autographs that year off to the left side. So it's not centered, and you have this big gap over here. And so I look at this, and it basically tells me that where it's autographed on this area here, it doesn't matter, that they don't grade for that. They don't look for that. What they're looking at is, I guess, the authentication for streaks, smudges, that kind of thing. But that I've done videos on Anthony Edwards True Rookie Cards. It's a fabulous video that's gotten a lot of views. I will leave a link to it at the end of this one. You can check it out if this player interests you. Another thing about Anthony Edwards, I started PCing Anthony Edwards because I love him as an athlete. I love his attitude and his cockiness. However, what I don't like, what scared me off, and I've kind of taken a back seat to picking up any more of his cards, is the character and the integrity off the court. And I have heard some things. I've read some things. It's been reported. There's a lot of baby mama drama going on with him, and it's kind of scared me a little bit to add such a young athlete into the PC with that kind of off-court shenanigans. And I don't know how true it is, but it was enough to make me want to backpedal for at least for now. And so let me know what are your thoughts if Anthony Edwards is a player you follow. If you what are your take? Am I off the rails here, or you don't blame me for kind of holding back a little bit? Let me know in the comments section down below. I also wanted to take a look at a card on 9/15, and that is this amazing card of 1997 Metal Universe Tim Duncan, card number 66. Another player that I PC. I believe I only need 2 cards to have his complete rookie card run for the set registry. And it's just something that they're not very expensive. They're just ones that I haven't made it a priority to pick these cards up. But he has 18 total true rookie cards in the set registry, and I have 16 of the 18. I need the Ultra, and I need the Topps Chrome. If you have those available in a PSA 9, more preferably, let me know, and I would gladly buy them off of you. So this one here, I wanted to bring not so much attention to the price and all of that, okay? It's a couple of things that I wanted to bring to your attention about Tim Duncan. And I love the PMG greens, right? Great card, historic card in the hobby. But I wanted to show you a couple of things here that I like about Card Ladder here. Let me punch in Tim Duncan, 1997, Metal Universe, number 66. And we start to see here, I'm going to punch in a PSA 9 because that's what I'm shopping for, just because not all of us can afford 10s all the time. But here we see a very modest card for such an amazing brand. We see this one last sold a couple days ago for $20, and $25 on this one, $29 on this one. And we can see here we have kind of a trend with these cards not selling for very much money. And here's the thing that I want us to understand about Tim Duncan, and I want to show you this post here. I'm looking at a wonderful reference that most collectors know and love, and that is the sports reference websites. They have baseball, basketball, football, soccer, hockey. I mean, this is, if you need stats and you want to know what the skinny is on a certain player, these websites are a phenomenal resource. But now I punched up Tim Duncan here, and then look at what we see. Guys, I want you to pay attention to these acknowledgments here on these awards that he's won. Hall of Famer, without a question. But check this out. 15-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 1997 Rookie of the Year, 1997 All-Rookie Team, 3-time Finals MVP, 2-time League MVP, 5-time NBA champion, 15-time All-Defensive, 1999-2000 All-Star MVP, and NBA 75th anniversary team. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe what a modern day basketball player with this amount of accolades, being so undervalued in the hobby. And I tell you, this is the kind of thing that to me doesn't make sense. And some would say, "Oh, it's because big men don't sell." I don't buy that. I really don't. I mean, there's been historically some big men that sell well, and I mean, it's basketball. Basketball is about big men. I mean, they are game changers, right? And just a very undervalued athlete, in my opinion. But you can see here his career stat line. You can check out basketballreference.com. I mean, I just love this website, and it's so applicable to sports card collectors. Check that resource out. Moving on, we're going to go to one more. We're going to look at one more here, and that is on September 18th. I want to show you this one here. Steve Largent, only because it's football, basketball season, right? We're kicking it off, and I want to kind of cover some 80s football here. Love this era of football cards. They're actually very affordable. Even here we have Steve Largent, who's another guy who is and I don't want to say one of the greats, but he was a solid quarterback for his day. He's Hall of Famer, but he has PSA 10 for $350, which is to me a bargain. If I would have seen this one, I may have made a play on this one, but that's why I'm glad I didn't see it. But this is the type of stuff that to me is very undervalued, in my opinion. And another feature that I wanted to show you here with this one from Card Ladder is right here. You have a pop. You click on that, and it's going to pull up the population reports from all the major card graders. And what you see here is that this card in particular has a total population, total meaning from all the grading companies. It's been graded a total of 375 times. Total gems, 27. And then we have GemRate here. They basically get this information from GemRate. They have an API basically from their website to GemRate's website that kind of pulls this information up inside of Card Ladder without you needing to leave Card Ladder or needing to open up a new tab and log in and type in the name to kind of pull all this information. How many of you can agree that it's a hassle to go from PSA's population report to Beckett's to SGC? It's just a hassle, but they have conveniently consolidated all that amazing information into the pop report button. And here you can see this card in a PSA 10 has a 27, and it even gives you the cost. And look at, you can pick this card up of a halfway decent quarterback of the 1980s. You can pick up a 9 for under 20. I mean, it's phenomenal, the information that we have here right at our fingertips at any given time. That's going to conclude the rookie card market report. We're going to move on now to this one. And this, friends, is a rookie card or alleged rookie card of Joe Dimaggio. I know Golden here has one up for auction, and it is a 1936 Worldwide Gum featuring Joe Dimaggio. And Golden here now calls this one out. Now, all of a sudden, Golden is advertising True rookie cards. So they put that here in the description, True under quotations. And so here we go. But this is a fabulous card. We're going to put this under Rookie Card Spotlight this week. And this is a great card. It's issued by Worldwide Gum. For those of you who did not know, this is a card manufacturer back in the day that was out of Montreal, Canada. And there's 135 cards in a set, and it has English and French variations on the card back. The set is sometimes called the Canadian Gaudi. This is considered Dimaggio's widely distributed card, but that comes with some debate because there was cards that were distributed in 1933 and 34 inside of the Zenith product. But then the debate is, well, he wasn't even in the league back then. He was, not inside of a uniform, Yankees uniform, and that sort of thing. So there's always debate with this card with Joe Dimaggio. Another argument, is that it's limited distribution, since it was a Canadian version. Back in the 1930s, U.S. collectors did not see this stuff around. It was non-existent to us. And so there's cases for both sides of the fence that make solid points. But also we have the historical timing of it all, because Dimaggio actually debuted into the league with the New York Yankees in 1936 as well. So there's a lot of lot to be said here. Pre-war rookie card is an absolute disaster. It's very hard to determine. Some say it's impossible, but I have a tendency to disagree. I think we have failed to create a system that's logical. And starting on Wednesday, I'm going to release my first video, and I've done an interview with Bobby Burrell, hobby historian, especially in hockey, especially in the pre-war era. So I do an interview with him, and I'm trying to establish a system to determine which are the true rookie cards of the pre-war era. And I'm taking this really, really serious for a multitude of reasons, but primarily is because over the last 5 years, since I've started this endeavor, I have had so many requests, whether it be in the comment section, whether it be via emails or direct messages towards me. It's like, you need to create a system like what you did for post-war. You need to figure something like that out for pre-war. And that's a theme, a song that I have heard over and over again. And I am up to the challenge. I have found the courage to tackle it. And what I did, and my strategy is that I have had long conversations with ChatGPT. And what I really enjoy about ChatGPT is that ChatGPT pulls information from everyone, everywhere, and it consolidates that information and gives you a philosophy, a theory, a system maybe of how we should determine pre-war and some of the challenges that exist. And so that's going to be an exciting series of rookie cards as we tackle pre-war. And so my plan is to take all that information, create a system, and then bring in expert voices in that field to kind of let's chisel this out. Let's try to make sense of it all together as a community and try to make sense of it all. So that's the game plan. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so I wanted to end this episode with a special community spotlight, and that goes to John over at TE2 Edge Sports Cards. I want to tell you a quick little story about John that really portrays this great community of sports card collectors on YouTube. I've been watching John's channel as of late because he does quite a bit of PSA reveals. I love watching PSA reveals, some of my favorite videos to watch. Why? Well, because for two reasons. Number one, I love seeing what other people send in. And when they have similar interest as mine, all the better. John likes to collect, he'll send in a wide variety of 80s and 90s and 2000s, a lot of Michael Jordan stuff. And I really like that kind of stuff. And on occasion, he'll even say, hey, if there's something here that interests you, some of this stuff is to keep, but some of it is also to sell. And that's another reason why I like watching PSA reveals, because I do a lot of purchases going through those kind of videos and those kind of channels. Plus, you help out a content creator, plus you're not paying for fees and all of that nonsense. And it's really a great way to get great cards at a great price and at the same time support another content creator. So on one of his latest videos reveals, he had this card. It was a 1998 Topps Gold Label Class 2 rookie card of Peyton Manning. And this one caught my interest because I have the Class 1 version in the PC. I do collect not Michael Jordan, but I do collect Peyton Manning rookie cards. I'm trying to put together the set registry on that. It's not a main priority, but it is one of my set registries that I'm trying to accomplish. And so this is the one in the set registry, but I really love the Gold Label. I don't know if you guys heard of this product back in the day, but the quality of these cards were just phenomenal. And this one, some of the differences is the name will have the Class 2 has silver and the Class 1 has like a gold etching. But I reached out and said, hey man, how much on the Peyton Manning? I'd love to buy it off of you. And he was like, no, we're not gonna, just send me your address. I'm not gonna charge you nothing for that card. And I was like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? That's not. And I was telling him I like to do this to help support other channels who are, selling stuff. And he was like, no, we're not charging you anything. It was sort of a thank you for all that you do for the hobby and in your channel. And he was really gracious and very giving. And so he sent this out to me at no charge. I got the class 2. And Dr. John, thank you, sir, for this awesome card to add to the PC. I am going to cherish it. And I did want to give a little lesson on kind of how things work in the rookie card system that I use. If you look at the card back, and the reason why this is a true rookie card, in my opinion, is because these two are basically, it's an image variant. Okay. And I might put up a scan of these just so that you get a better look at it. But they're basically an image. The image on the front is different. But if you turn both cards around, both cards are identical on the card back. And by doing so, it keeps the relation with the base card. And therefore, it's a true rookie card as well. Image variants are true rookie cards so long as the card back is the same and the card number is the same. Now, when they go changing everything on the image and on the back, well, now you've disassociated yourself from the base card, and you've just added basically a subset card, in my opinion. But those are sort of the things that I like to look for. Now I need the class 3, right? I got to chase the class 3, and I will complete the rainbow there. But love that card, love Peyton Manning, and really excited to add that one to the PC. So thank you, Dr. John, for that awesome gift. With that said, guys, listen, that's going to be it. Hope you're liking these weekly rookie card reports, and just not reporting. I'm also trying to incorporate a little bit of teaching in there. Give me some feedback. Let me know if you're liking these. I want to thank you for tuning in. I want you to please consider subscribing. At the very least, hit that thumbs up button. I got a lot of awesome resources in the show notes. Check those out. Free rookie card guidelines and best practices. I have an affiliate link to Card Ladder if you want to check them out. It's a awesome source for pricing and that sort of thing. And I want to thank you for tuning in, and thank you for the great comments and support that this community gives. And remember, my friends, most importantly, that not all rookie cards are created equal.
All I know is we sold them for 20 grand. You have one last time, and I will tell you this, they are perfect 10s. And I'm going to tell you something, Kenny, this card is so smoking hot right now, and will be forever, because it is now being recognized as the true Jordan rookie from 1985.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Until next time, buenos nachos, muchachos.